Hello everybody, it is me, Mr. Vince, and I hope you all have a fantastic day today. And in this video, I'm going to be doing something a little different. So, I'll actually be playing Jailbreak, except I'll be playing it the 2017 way. Basically, everything was so different back in the day, and yeah, it has been 5 years since we had Jailbreak, and basically, Jailbreak felt so different today compared to what it was back in the day. So today I decided to try something a little differently, and I will be playing Jailbreak like it was back in 2017. And obviously I'm going to be a criminal for this because being a criminal back in the day was a pain. However, being a criminal now is easy peasy. So back in the day, there used to be a cage here, and it would have closed during cell time. And basically, prisoners weren't able to escape. However, they removed that because of criticism around the cage. But basically, you weren't able to escape the prison if there was a cage there unless you had a key card. So what I'm going to do is to find a police officer, and I'm going to go ahead and pickpocket them. Now, because it's nighttime, it's a little hard for me to see, but hopefully things are going to go as well as I thought. So right off the bat, I see some criminals around here, and I have no idea why, but okay. So the first thing we have to do is to punch this. Now, back in the day, you had to punch this, and that was basically the only way to escape the prison at the time, aside from escaping through the vent. Yeah, there was a vent back in the day, and a lot of you didn't know that. And yeah, they were added in 2017, so that's a little fun fact right there. And basically, they haven't been in the game since the official release, so that's nice. So lifting the gate hasn't changed either, it's just the same old thing. Now back in the day, you just simply crawl under there, but now you have to hold a prompt to do so. So far it looks like everything has been going well, and there are no police officers around here apparently. Kind of weird that I have to escape through the punching way, but it's fine, I guess. There's a big guy run. Back in the day, you couldn't spawn vehicles. Even if you had premium garage, you couldn't spawn vehicles. So I have to literally walk over to the Camaro, and I have to pick one up. So back in the day, we didn't have mobile garage. It was actually added a little later on. So I'm going to go ahead and just go over to the volcano base, because back in the day, to get guns, you had to go to a criminal base, and that was the only way to get guns as a criminal aside from the police stations, because gun shops didn't exist. So we had to go over to the criminal base, and also I couldn't see because of the Camaro. But let's go ahead and turn on our headlights. Headlights existed back in the day, so we could use them. So I'm going to go ahead and go over to the volcano base, and hopefully there were no cops around here, because I didn't really see a lot of police officers in this server. So hopefully there's not a lot to deal with. So here I am at the volcano base. I'm just going to jump out, and all I have to do is to walk over to this little thingamajiggy over here. It hasn't really changed, so I'm kind of amused by that. And a Lamborghini did exist about a week after Jailbreak released, so we can use that. Now, back in 2017, the only 3 guns we had were the shotgun, the pistol, and the rifle. Those were the only 3, and then we eventually got the AK, and then we got more guns along the way, such as the Uzi and the rocket launcher. So I'm going to go ahead and go over to the Lamborghini. Now, back in the day, you couldn't sort your items, and that's what's going to happen. I can't sort them. So I'm basically going to have to use the Lamborghini for the majority of the video. Although the Bugatti Veyron existed, I can't use it because I can't spawn one in manually. So I have to use the Lamborghini for this video, which is fine, but it's not the fastest vehicle in my opinion. So far, everything has been going well. The only robberies I can rob pretty much are the small stores, the bank, and the jewelry store. Those were the only ones we had at the time. And I do want to apologize, I accidentally used my rocket fuel, but that's totally fine. So basically, I am going to try to rob something the 2017 style. And yeah, there was a cop who was trying to chase me before. He was trying to shoot me, and he was trying to get me. So luckily, he stopped and he gave up. What? Wait, what? Oh, holy snap. Oh, oh, what? How am I supposed to use my guns? Okay. Oh, no. Oh, I got him. Let's go. Okay, good game. Holy snap, that guy almost got me. Holy snap, that was so close. Alright, I was actually kind of lucky. I almost got arrested, but it turns out that my shotgun was responsive, so that was so lucky. Holy snap. And along the way, I'm just going to steal this guy's Lambo, so thank you for the Lambo. I really appreciate it. But holy snap, that was a lucky moment right there. I almost got arrested by that guy. Man, that was crazy. Alright, so I want to customize my Lamborghini. Now, back in the day, the only things you could really customize were the body color, the rims, and the rim color. those were pretty much the only things you could customize. There were also textures, but the textures we had back in the day weren't the same as the ones we have today. So everything was so different back in the day. Like, Jailbreak just gives me some nostalgia. However, I keep forgetting about the nostalgia we had back in the day. So the minimap did exist in 2017, but it was released in the official release of Jailbreak, which was in August, and that's nice. So let's see what else we got over here. There's the Lamborghini I was driving earlier, and the guy who was trying to arrest me got oof. So that's nice, and that's some awesome sauce right there. And let's see if there's anything I could do. Now, because of the full screen minimap not existing until the March update this year, there's probably no way to determine if a robbery is open. And since the boss game pass didn't exist either, we have to literally rob every now and then to determine if it's open. And whoa, that guy popped out of nowhere. Okay, that was a criminal, so I'm pretty lucky. Alright, so let's see what else I could do. And holy snap, so many stuff knocked down. Now, back in the day, you couldn't knock down stuff, and you could probably go for everything. Whoa, there's an army helicopter right there. I wonder why. I'm just going to pass through it. So basically, you could go through pretty much everything except for a couple things. You weren't able to go through trees. That was the case back in the day. And now you can. Alright, I just found a helicopter, so I'm going to go ahead and try to hijack it, and there's no one here. Okay, that's a criminal one, so that's good. Alright, so the helicopter is not locked, and now I'm able to steal it, so that's awesome. Because now I'll be able to fly around with ease, and this was the only vehicle that could fly back in the day. Like, this was literally the only area vehicle in Jailbreak at the time. And then we got the regular army helicopter, and then eventually we got the little bird and jet and so on and so forth. So let's see what we can do at the garage, because back in the day the only stuff you really had were these. Now, because of the interiors, I can obviously customize them, but I'm not going to do that. I'm doing the 2017 way, where you could only really customize the texture, the body color, and the window color. We didn't have glowed until like 2018, so let's see what we got. So we got these nice stuff, and I don't know if that was a cop, but I'm just going to fly up anyways. Okay, that was a cop. Alright, I got to be a little careful. I'm just going to... Yeah, I'm going to be a little careful. And also, if you got off of your helicopter, you would automatically parachute, so that's pretty cool. So the same person is trying to arrest me, and I did nothing to him except for oofing him, so I'm just going to be a little careful. I think he's one of those people who's like, yeah, I'm just going to go target that person, and that's not nice, because it's kind of disrespectful to go target someone. Like, I literally did nothing to him. Okay, he's still trying to go after me. Like, what did I do to you, man? I literally did nothing. Alright, let's see. Oh, he's trying to shoot me. Alright, oh, yeah, I'm screwed. Yeah, just arrest me, please. Yeah. The dino hates me. Like, I don't understand this. Why does the dino hate me? That's just so weird, man. I did nothing to him, and he just like, yeah, I'm gonna arrest you. So basically, if you got arrested back in the day, you would actually be sent to your cell almost immediately, but now that's not the case anymore. You have to wait a little longer, and I'm pretty sure that's because you could do an arresting farm with 2 people, and you could just like arrest them over and over again, and that makes a lot of money. So I'm glad they did that, but I'm also kind of annoyed that you have to wait a little bit. So let's see what happens if you turn yourself into a cop. Alright, let's do this. So I'm going to switch teams. I'm going to be a police officer. Alright, so let's see what happens if you're a police officer. Because back in the day, being a police officer was super overpowered. So you had the shotgun, you had the rifle, and you also had the SWAT shield. And those were the only things you could have. So let's see how well this goes. Alright, so you have this helicopter, which is pretty nice. And I did spawn at the police HQ, which is okay, I guess. And also, you can lock your vehicles back in the day. And they added that later in the year, so that's kind of unfortunate. But let's see what we can do. So we got a Celsius and we got a criminal. And I gotta be a little careful with these criminals. These criminals are pretty deadly, so I gotta be a little careful with them. Alright, so let's see what I can do. Rope didn't exist. Heli bombs did not exist. Headlights on your vehicles did exist. And that also went for helicopters. But the headlights we have on our helicopters weren't the same as the ones we have today. They were added in August 2020, so just a little information right there. Alright, let's see what I can do around here. Hopefully these criminals don't go after me. So the museum is under robbery, and I won't really bother with the museum. I'm just going to check for anything. So the bank is open, yes. Alright, so I'm going to run in here, and hopefully there's no one after me. I'm just going to, uh-oh. No. Yeah, that's what I thought, criminal. Why were you trying to oof me? That's not nice of you. Sorry, criminal, I had to do it. Because the guy was trying to oof me. Oh, that's a police officer. Okay, holy snap. He scared me for a second. Alright, whoa, holy snap. What a relief. I thought that was a criminal. Alright, so I'm going to get that Lamborghini over here. And I'm just going to casually drive back to the garage. I was just trying to customize my car. So I'm just going to go back to the garage. And I'm just going to casually customize my Lamborghini. So, yeah. And okay, this is totally a Lamborghini. Not a Lab Matador, but a Lamborghini. So I'm just going to go to the garage. And then I'm just going to casually customize it. Alright, so let's see what we got in the garage. So, textures existed back in the day, but they weren't the same ones. So, pretty much the only one I could use is maybe the rainbow one. Like, I'm going to use the rainbow one. And then for the rim color, I'm just going to make it a little different. There weren't a lot of colors back in the day. The only one I could pretty much use is orange, maybe blue. I don't know where blue's at. Where's blue? Blue's a pretty popular color. It should be in the third row, right? Oh, there it is. All right, blue. And we also had body color. I don't know if I should change it, really. I don't think there's anything I could do about it. But there you go. So that was the Lamborghini. And also, your license plates, I think they said A, B, C, D, E, F, but the Lamborghini says Italian, so I can't do anything about it, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to make it as it is. And also, since engine and brakes didn't exist at the time, you literally have to make your car look like a stock Lamborghini, for instance. You kind of upgrade it to make it faster, which I think is kind of sucky. So I'm pretty glad that they added a feature about that. And, okay, what's this cop doing? Okay, why are you trying to do something wrong? I'm a cop, and you can't do anything about it. Sorry. Alright, let's see. So there's a criminal over there. We got a criminal in that car. So let's see what else we could do. There's a Celsior once again. Alright, and the Lamborghini kind of sucks at off-roading, which is okay, I guess. And somebody started a bank robbery. Now, back in the day, if you were robbing the bank, cops would just continuously go after you. And that's still the case today. But compared to what it is now, the cops weren't as like dangerous. Now cops are just like on a rampage. So I'm gonna go ahead and arrest the guy. And oh no, this is my least favorite bank vault. And it seems that there's no one in here except for the two of us. So that's a big yikes right there. That's fine. Thank goodness there were no criminals around here, because that would have been bad. Alright, so since I can't like spawn anything, I'm just gonna have to get myself another Lamborghini. Maybe there's one over here. I think that was mine. There it is. Alright, so I'm gonna have to steal this Lamborghini. And yeah, you may think I'm a new player, but in reality, I'm not a new player. I have like 58 million cash. Like, that's a ton of cash if you ask me. So let's see what else we could do as a cop. Because being a cop in Jailbreak back in the day seems pretty boring, but you are pretty much overpowered because you can easily arrest criminals. Like, you literally have to click on them and you could just arrest them because there were no EPROMs at the time. And then they were added later on, so that's awesome sauce. Alright, let's see what else we could do around here. Alright, so that was a cop. Let's see if there's like any criminals I could arrest. Alright, so what else do we have around here? Somebody's robbing the donut shop. Alright, let's see what else we could do around here. There's a criminal at the city base. There's a couple of criminals actually. Let's see how easy it is to arrest someone as a cop, because it's basically mobile on steroids, pretty much. And yeah, so let me show you. All right, that was so easy. You just literally have to click on them, and that's it. And I feel bad for that criminal. I don't know if he was going to oof me or something, but I do feel bad for him. So I am super sorry if I had to arrest you. This was just a test, so I'm super sorry. But back in the day, if you were playing on PC, you were extremely overpowered. You could just click on them, and there you go. Now, when the EPROMs got introduced, you had to hold down the EPROMPT. If you were on mobile, you didn't have to, because it was super difficult to arrest someone on mobile. So I can definitely see why mobile has tap arrest, and they still do today. And unfortunately, due to support with keyboard and controller, PC and controller players have the opportunity to tap arrest as well. Alright, so I'm going to customize Lamborghini again. There we go. Got the Lamborghini. And now, this is what cops did back in the day. And they still kind of do today, but not as much as they did. Back in the day, cops would be doing something called camping. And I know a lot of you know what I mean by camping. Basically, cops would be tactical positioning themselves at the jewelry store, and they would just wait until a criminal pops out. Now, back in the day, cops would just stand by side the door, and now they are probably on the top of the roof. So everything was so different back in the day. Like, holy snap. Cops would just go on top of the jewelry store and just camp by the doors. It seems that the server is pretty empty. Like, that is a little interesting. And yeah, it's pretty full, but not as full as I thought. So The cops we have in the server are pretty rich, not too rich though. Alright, there's the guy who arrested me earlier. I'm going to give you a big shout out for joining in today. And yeah, so Jailbreak was super different back in the day. Everything was so different. Like, I remember people just like driving through the desert. Now they take the road. Like, everything was so different. Like, Creecraft drove through the desert. Napkin8 drove through the desert. Especially my username's this. Every single Roblox YouTuber you watched back in the day drove through the desert. Like, there's probably no way that a YouTuber does not drive through the desert. Like, regardless if they played Jailbreak in 2017 or not, they would probably at one point drive through the desert. Like, everyone pretty much takes the desert to get to their destination in case they need a shortcut or something like that. I also take the desert, but not as frequent as most of the others back in the day. But still, it's very, very satisfying to check out the past Jailbreak. Now, basically, I've tried my best to play Jailbreak like it was in 2017. While it was not as easy as I thought, it was still feasible, and it is possible to play Jailbreak the 2017 style, but there are a lot of things you got to take in consideration. Like, number one, if you're playing Jailbreak in the 2017 style as a police officer, you had the capability to tap arrest or click arrest because you could click on criminals at the time. And this was especially easy on mobile because you could just tap on the screen. And yeah, mobile still had that today, but it's actually the E prompt, so it's a little harder to arrest them now, but it's still possible. The gun system we had back in the day was a little similar to the one we have today, except if you're in third person, the right shoulder camera support was introduced. So you gotta be a little cautious with that. And another thing, you couldn't use road spikes at the time. Road spikes didn't exist until January 2020 alongside the Cybertruck. And another thing, there were only 4 vehicles that were added at the time. The only 4 we pretty much had were the Camaro, the Lamborghini, the helicopter, and the Tesla Model 3. Those were the only 4 that were added in the game at the time. So yeah, everything was so different. So thank you everybody for watching this pretty interesting video. If you guys have enjoyed, feel free to leave a like and feel free to subscribe as well. Feel free to hit the bell icon to never miss a video. And what do you guys think? Should I do a different style, like I played Jailbreak in 2018, using glitches only, can't jump, and so much more? Should I do those, guys? Feel free to let me know down in the comments. I may not get to read them, but if I do have the chance to, well, you're welcome. And as always, my name is Mr. Vince. I hope you all have a fantastic day today, and I'll see you guys in the next video.